Good day, I am here to discuss about dyslexia. Dyslexia is one of the example of SLD. SLD stands for Specific Learning Disability. So what is SLD? A specific learning disability means a disorder in one or more of the basic psychological processes involved in understanding or in using language, spoken or written, that may manifest itself in the imperfect ability to listen, think, speak, read, write, spell, or do mathematical calculations. Dyslexia is a specific learning difficulty that, among other things, can impact an individual's ability to break words down into their component phonemes, a crucial skill involved in reading, writing, and spelling. People with dyslexia may be highly intelligent and creative individuals, but still struggle with basic literary skill. Six types of dyslexia. Phonological dyslexia. Did you know that 75% of people who have dyslexia experience difficulty in breaking speech into individual sounds? Every language has a set of common sounds that it reuses over and over again to form words. People with dyslexia have no trouble producing and processing the sounds they need to speak their native language. The difficulty comes with identifying the individual sounds that make up a word. Surface dyslexia. Some individuals also experience surface dyslexia, which can cause them to take longer to process language when they move beyond the decoding stage. Not all words are spelled as they sound in English, and sometimes we meet a word that gives us no clues as to how it is pronounced. Visual dyslexia. Symptoms often include trouble reading and remembering what has been seen on a page. That's because of all types of dyslexia. Visual dyslexia affects visual processing, meaning the brain doesn't receive the full picture of what the eyes are seeing. Primary dyslexia. The primary label refers to dyslexia when it is a result of a genetically inherited condition. This means if a child has a parent with dyslexia, they are more likely to have the learning difficulty themselves. Primary dyslexia can cause difficulties processing sounds, letters, and numbers, which negatively affects a child's abilities in spelling, reading, and math. Secondary dyslexia. Before they are born, some babies experience brain development issues in the womb, which can cause neurological impairment and result in dyslexia. Of the many types of dyslexia, secondary has been shown to respond best to treatment, including targeted phonics works through computer programs. And last is trauma dyslexia. When an adult or child has a brain injury from trauma or disease, they can sometimes develop difficulties with language processing, which result in dyslexia.
Signs and symptoms of dyslexia.
Preschool sign of dyslexia. Mispronouncing words, struggling to name familiar objects, trouble learning nursery rhymes. Grades K-2 signs of dyslexia. Trouble learning letter names and the sounds they make, confusing letters that look similar like B and D. Substituting words when reading aloud, trouble separating the individual sounds in words, trouble blending sound to make a word, struggling to remember how words are spelled. Grades 3 to 5 signs of dyslexia. Frequently making the same kinds of mistakes like reversing letters, spelling the same word correctly and incorrectly in the same exercise, avoiding reading whenever possible. Tweens, teens, and adults signs of dyslexia. Reading slowly, leaving out of small words and parts of longer words when reading aloud, struggling to remember common abbreviations. There are no medications for dyslexia. Dyslexia is treated using specific educational approaches and techniques, and the sooner the intervention begins, the better. Psychological testing will help your child's teachers develop a suitable teaching program. Teacher may use techniques involving hearing, vision, and touch to improve reading skills of the student.